Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. This is our weekly crypto review for, I guess, January 14th. So, 2 weeks into the year. I'm sure this year will fly by just as fast as last year did. Hopefully, it's in a bull market for everybody that's interested in crypto. But man, last year just went by like it's just like just I don't know. I guess the older I get, the faster time goes on. 2 weeks into the year, I'm sure this year. But man, the year went by fast last year, and of course, crypto was relatively exciting, I guess, in 2023. I mean, it did bump along the bottom there, kind of accumulation year that we were talking about basically all last year as we did this show, and had a couple little sort of mini alt seasons in the middle of the year. Well, one at the beginning of the year and one at the end, I suppose. Finished strong at the end of 2023 with Solana meme coins going ape shit, and I basically spent the last month of the year just trading shit coins on Solana, and it was a lot of fun. And continuing to do that even now. I guess we're sort of still in the frenzy, which I don't know is it's tricky. It's like as these total meme coins are ripping, that's usually it's not like a great sign for like the broader picture, I suppose. It's like, at what point do they just get too frothy and they've gone too far and all this like nonsense has just gotten a little bit too well ahead of itself and has to pull back. I don't know when that moment will be, but I think we're definitely in that part of the market where the shit is flying. And of course, Bitcoin just hit an epic level and had an epic reaction that shouldn't be a huge surprise. So that'd probably be the first thing that's most important to talk about, is just kind of where Bitcoin's sitting. And sure enough, ripped up into 61.8, 48K, 500-ish area this week. Wasn't a huge, it's funny. It gets to the point where it's like, I mean, I think I said last week and the week before that I thought that it was almost like, I mean, it would be a huge shock if Bitcoin wouldn't have hit that level, and sure enough, it did. And I guess the ETF news was the catalyst, obviously, and they ran it up right into that approval announcement. And of course, I suppose, yeah, last Sunday this hadn't happened yet, but this there was the ridiculous fake tweet or whatever happened with Gary Gensler, and I suppose that was on Tuesday, right? I was streaming when that happened. We were sitting in a stream on YouTube talking about shitcoins and stuff, and that tweet went out that I guess it was like the early approval tweet or whatever that ended up being supposedly a hack of the SEC Twitter account or whatever. Anyway, that happened right while I was talking, which was kind of funny because we first saw the reaction of the news and then we saw the reaction of the fake news announcement. But sure enough, all last week was sort of like on hold as Bitcoin was ramping up into that approval announcement, and then it happened. And it's funny how it happened right into 61.8. And I suppose sell the news is kind of what's happening at the moment. Now, I don't think we can't really say that the Bitcoin tops in 100%, but geez, looking at this weekly candle here and keeping that sell the news sort of narrative in mind, it sure looks like sell the news at the moment, right? And of course, anytime you see a well-established range like this and price ripping up into 61.8, you got to be expecting at least some kind of a reaction. I mean, there's a whole, one of Paul's core day trading setups is simply just hunting that 61.8 level because of how common it is to see this type of reaction. So not a huge surprise, but I mean, if you're journaling, you might add to your journal what happens when 61.8 hits. And then you could, I'll remind everybody of the last cycle because I have that here too. Like, look what happened last time. Of course, nice strong bottom in 2018, ripped up into 61.8 and got rejected strongly. And you could see the same kind of wick shooting up into 61.8 and that ugly ass weekly candle that closed that week. And then ultimately they started M'ing out, put in like a little M and then a bigger M. And sure enough, COVID came along and the true bottom was put in. Or I would argue the true bottom was verified here. The real bottom was this nice big fat weekly W that came in. And then, of course, they just politely Wyckoff checked that and then off to the races. So like this sure looks a lot like what's happening right now, right? So another perfect example of what happens when 61.8 is tested, especially in like this dead. If you get this strong dead cat bounce, I mean, we just went straight up to it, and you could argue now that looks like we kind of went straight up to it again. So uh, let's keep this stuff simple. I mean, this is why we always talk about simplicity. This is why we love fib levels in the just fib levels themselves are enough to work an investment plan. And this is a great example of sort of not on the long side, but like what happens when we get into these sort of red boxes are selling and green boxes are buying, right? So like you shouldn't be a buyer heading up into a red box here, and if you were, you're essentially buying the top of the range, right? We have a nice range here, and you're buying into the place where the smart money's selling because they were buying down here in green boxes. So what happens now? Who knows? Like, is Bitcoin topped out? I don't know. I mean, just because we hit 61.8 and got rejected doesn't mean that the party's over. I mean, we're still very much in an uptrend here. This was a particularly key level back here too. So it was like double key level here with this high, I think, and then 61.8. But there's no reason why we can't, spend some time here and bull flag or something. We could have a consolidation period of sideways Z for a while and setting up a new rip. So I don't think we have like a top here yet, especially on the weekly chart. We have one ugly candle setting up here this week, and we're going to close in a few hours. Well, a good 5-8 hours or something, however long that is. Kind of looking ugly. But of course, even on a weekly chart, we'd have to at least see the next 2 weeks, like a week, a crappy looking candle next week, or this coming week, I should say, and then a loss to that level the following week would be like a 3-bar top. So as far as like candlestick patterns, we don't have any kind of topping signal here yet. We just have this ugly rip. And like OBV is technically still trending higher too, and it does have like what is the makings of like a little kind of M-ish looking pattern, but not even a true M. So I don't think you could argue that OBV is broken either. So, and you could also even like see the selling volume isn't really that. I mean, it's definitely ramped up here recently, but we're not getting anywhere near the kind of capitulation sell-in volume from back here. So I don't know if anybody's running for the exits here, but that was a profit-taking window. I'm sure that the people with big positions, institutions and stuff, it's probably they were using this ETF announcement. That's the whole logic behind sell the news, right? They're using you as liquidity to get out of their longs, and so they're gonna ramp up the media, tell everybody that Bitcoin's going to $1 million and the ETF's gonna guarantee the moon, and then they just dump on everybody. So that's what's happening now. Whether that like drags the market all the way back down, who knows? But other than that, the story's still the same because funny enough, we're just back to where we were last week. Like in terms of price, there's not a lot that's changed. It's sitting around 43K again, and we still have all this open air below. And we also still have, I don't think you can say open air above. I mean, there is this cheeky little fair value gap here up at like 53,000, right in the middle of the short reload zone. So that maybe the price does get sucked up into there, no problem. But it's not the same kind of open air that we have below here, where it's just like Bitcoin's just asking to do some cleanup here. Probably the healthiest thing, like I said last week too, is, I mean, I'd just like to see higher highs and higher lows, but not like parabolic. So it'd be kind of nice to see a new higher low somewhere down above 32,000. So like if Bitcoin can come back and backfill this and set up like a bull flag kind of, there's like a downwards consolidation to fill some of this open air and then set up like another push higher, then we'd of course just still be making higher highs and higher lows. So, right now we basically have higher highs, higher lows, even a higher high there, a higher low there, and now a higher high. So something down in here would be like a really nice area to see the uptrend stay intact, but enough of a cleanup to set up, a real bull run where we could start to think about maybe actually going to new highs. Like as of right now, I think we still have to just think range here. Like with 61.8 being rejected, we are in a bigger macro range. So like, yeah, price could top out in this red box, no problem. So keep that in mind. But if we can like sort of clean up and set up the spring again to launch higher, then maybe we could actually take out the highs down the road, which I think Bitcoin ultimately will do. But that's just opinion. And it might have to come all the way back down before it does that. I have no idea. So just I'd say with this, like, be mindful of the like waking up one day and seeing Bitcoin coming off substantially. Like it would, Bitcoin's no stranger to freaking people out, so there could be some sort of epic pullback. But the irony is an epic pullback, like down to like 32,000. That's a pretty big dump, but that's not going to break the uptrend. So it's a viable dip, in my opinion. And then I'm not really getting into like drawing reload zones off of this, but I mean, you have to be aware of the fact that, yeah, sure, like down the road, will Bitcoin touch 61.8 on the long side? Like, like does it come back down to long reload zones and offer up a buying opportunity, which in my opinion, it very much would be a buying opportunity to see prices down at like 25K again, or, if this is the top currently, Mountain Man would be 28K. So a dip down into 28K. Very viable dip. But that also might freak people out and probably shake a lot of newbies out. And anybody buying up here could easily get shaken out in that dump. So just remember, Bitcoin loves to do some epic moves. So it could easily just fall apart and do what it did up back here. Remember, this was an 88.6 tag in COVID. So they brought it all the way back down to the market structure here. Interestingly here, not to keep, I mean, it's fun to talk about Bitcoin. I'll try to wrap it up here. But I mean, if you think about market structure here, like in that same case, then I bet you the W's way down here near 88.6. So that's like 18,300, 400. So that would be a pretty solid epic pullback that would sort of match the COVID one. But there's also that key support level at the head and shoulders neckline, which is this, I'll put it nice and fat here, this 25.3. I imagine there's an awful lot of support there. So that's right in the middle of this reload zone if the top's in. So all I'm getting at is there's got to be a lot of support down here. So I'm not really thinking of new lows on Bitcoin here. I mean, it could happen, but that's not how I'm thinking. I'm thinking of viable dip opportunities, however deep this can go. And I suppose on the, maybe this isn't top. We have to play around here and then roll over. Maybe it shoots straight up and does go to $1 million a coin. I have no idea. But good image for your journals. What happens at 61.8? And I think in the bigger picture for us, like the purpose of the show, of course, is we're going through the top 100 or so market cap altcoins, and we're just working a really simple weekly chart kind of investment plan where we're just trying to buy bottoms and ranges and sell halves on doubles and get our capital back and just keep building a small portfolio that basically covers the top bigger coins. And we've done that as a point to this show. And we've done, I think we're on episode 52 today. So we've done, all of last year, took a couple weeks off at the end of the year. And we sort of tracked this through the whole accumulation year, which we, last year was kind of considered the bottoming phase of the cycle. And we, bought a bunch of stuff and sold on several doubles and took advantage of those first little mini alt seasons, but that wasn't the bull market. That was just kind of like the bottoming range. And it's not uncommon for altcoins to double inside of those ranges. And of course, we even saw like some of the high flyers go many X. And now we're in kind of like meme coin land at this point too. So we're getting kind of towards the end of this like most recent rally, I'd say, especially with Bitcoin looking like this at the moment. Maybe we have to have a little bit of a cool off. But that'll hopefully open up this buying opportunity to reload on altcoins, maybe buy back stuff that you sold on doubles, or maybe buy stuff that you missed the first time around. And so I think for us going forward here, it's like, well, speaking for myself, but I think probably Paul and in general, a lot of the group, we're basically bullish now going forward, right? I'm not thinking of crypto going to zero here. I'm not even thinking of Bitcoin making new lows. It could happen, but I'm thinking of buy the dip. So just to reiterate, going forward, any buyable opportunities in altcoins, like anytime altcoins come back down against reload zones or against previous W's, then I consider those what might be the last buying chance you get before the real bull run starts. So that just means we have to pay super attention here. Watch Bitcoin, see if it, if it can pull back enough to give us fills in altcoins, then we have to have our bids working in altcoins. So that'll be the purpose of this show going forward. Still is just getting our bids working, probably selling doubles if we have any, but making sure we have our bids working for the next dip. And that's enough Bitcoin. Ethereum kind of sort of ironically kind of took the spotlight when the ETF news happened, which is funny because last week we were talking about how Bitcoin had all the spotlight heading into the ETF. And then like almost right on the money, like right on the moment that the ETF approvals came out, Ethereum versus Bitcoin ripped. Like, I think I have that here. Let's see. Yeah, like it was like Ethereum versus, this is funny. Like, this is how like levels, actually, this is why I don't pay that much attention to the news. I'm a chart person. And it's funny how both these charts, the Bitcoin chart running up into Mountain Man was telling you the story of the news. Anyway, you didn't really have to get too wrapped up into it. And then I would argue that look what a level they brought Ethereum versus Bitcoin down into like this key support kind of FU level right into that news event. And then they just turned around and ripped it. And all of a sudden it was like the smart money switched over to Ethereum. As soon as that Bitcoin story was over. And so it's funny how it just that happened here. I mean, I don't think Ethereum looks that great against Bitcoin, to be fair, right now still. It's just not a surprise that it would have bounced right here. It basically came and took out that key low and just ripped it. I think for Ethereum to be like, for alt season, we probably need to see W's on the other side of the trend line here and see Ethereum actually put in a bottom. I don't think there's a bottom here yet. But it's trying, and it definitely came down into an area where maybe it can find some support here. But with the green box down here, maybe there's still some down in Ethereum against Bitcoin here. But that's kind of, you could judge all season by how well Ethereum versus Bitcoin does here. You could probably also look at like total market cap and stuff, which just to remind people, Paul does a daily plan video of 5 days a week on YouTube. And he usually covers like the relationship between dominance and whether it's altcoin season. And we talk about that a lot because if altcoins look like they're going to perform well against Bitcoin, then that makes our THG indicator algo setup more useful. If that setup's looking for trending altcoins. So if we see like signs of altcoins doing well, then those setups become much, have better probability. And so things like dominance helps with that. Also, Ethereum versus Bitcoin can kind of give you a gauge into whether or not altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin at the moment. I think it's a little too early to call that right here, just looking at this chart. I mean, you see a W here or something, and that'll give me more faith. And also, we'll just have to see maybe Bitcoin puts in a top, but there's still room for Bitcoin to move higher up into that short reload zone. So kind of watch for that. What else could I say really quick before we jump into the altcoins themselves? I've been like really liking trading on Solana, so I've had a lot of focus there. I'm not going to get into those names today, but on Tuesday I will. If you want to join me on YouTube on Tuesdays, right at the stock market close. So New York stock market close, I usually fire up the YouTube right then. And I'll get more into the shit coins and DeFi stuff that we're trading a lot of these days, like our degen rooms blowing up at the moment, just because everybody's having fun trading all these memes and stuff. So, and then I guess I just maybe make one comment about Ethereum because I didn't really finish that discussion here with Ethereum, though. I mean, last week I was talking about sort of this kind of range we were stuck in between 38.2 and then the highs of the old range. And we were just obviously like sort of consolidating in there and kind of loading a spring for the next move. It was a little unclear if it would be down or up. Looks like it's up. And Ethereum did take off right on that ETF approval stuff. And now we're just still flirting with the dump chaser zone though. So there's not really a lot, like a huge change. Like, yeah, we pushed higher up into the dump chaser zone, but we still got to just see if any kind of structural tops come in here that basically tell us that Ethereum's not ready to trend higher. It's still kind of dealing with whether or not this is a lower high off of the range here. Like if Ethereum was going to and I don't think this is actually going to happen really, but any kind of M's up here, and we might have to at least play back down in the lower part of the range here, kind of like the DXY has done already. Which, looking at the DXY, perfect example how they ripped it up into 38.2 dump chaser zone and then M'd it out and brought it right back down to the reload zone. And now DXY is trying to figure out if it's bottoming here inside the range or if it might even start trending lower down into the sort of big green box. So maybe Ethereum could, we're watching this sort of Collins dump chaser zone play out at the moment in Ethereum. I mean, Bitcoin, we watched it rip right through basically. So that could happen to Ethereum. But this is just a key area to be looking for local tops, is all I'm saying. So Ethereum, we kind of got to just wait and see here. Everything's pointing higher. The trend is up. But, any kind of, even like a 3-bar top here might suggest that it's not quite ready to keep ripping. But man, when you zoom out, again, going back to just the fact that I'm like a bull going forward, I mean, that doesn't look like a top. This looks like a strong bottom to set up potential trending higher. So prognosis is good for crypto. It's just a question of what kind of dips do we get to buy. And I'll hand it over to Paul here in a minute. I'll just maybe end with just reiterating my strategy going forward. I already said it once today, but what would be a good name to pick? I'll use this SPA because I know that this is a good one. So, my strategy going forward for altcoins is pretty simple. And I'm going to plan on doing absolutely no research. I'm kind of kidding, but research isn't, I'm just kidding, obviously, but I am focused mostly on charts here going forward. So I'm not really, I'm going to rely on sort of the smarter people in our group to kind of point me in the right direction for some of the new shiny things, anything that's new and shiny that has potential, I'm going to be interested in. But I'm not going to get into the weeds of fundamental analysis, to be honest. I'm going to just basically look for any time I see a weekly W and can I buy somewhere around 78.6 of the last move around that weekly W. So the SPA is it's like a no-brainer to me at 0.0048. You can see how the M's already in, and it's like you can see the dips coming on these altcoins, right? So like it's already M'd out. It's already sitting at Mountain Man 61.8. I'm not really in a hurry to go buy it right here. I did bang a double out on that move, but I don't think I want to buy that level because I'm just looking at 78.6 here right against the weekly W and just be happy to buy anywhere down there and maybe even stink beds below at 88.6 to see if you can get in even cheaper. But basically going forward, everything that looks like this, I'll be willing to take a look at. And that's just that simple. Like that's the dip to me. Like when people say buy the dip, I'm not saying buy this dip way up here. I'm saying buy the dip in like a professional trader's location, like down below 61.8 at least, and especially where I can see like retests of the old W. So that's it for the. I mean, for the basically heading into the Bitcoin halving, this is my approach. Any altcoins I can buy that dip down like that, I'm happy to buy. Now, so that's like my sort of, I don't know, I guess like, my setup for sure. But then also this plan that we're talking about today is a little bit more, not aggressive, but it's also just a little bit more hunting levels. So like the plan that we work on today's show, we're also just looking for these same kind of levels, like 78.6 and below. It's just that maybe not as strict on the W's and stuff as I'm talking about here. But if I can see this pattern set up anywhere, then I think that's a really good thing to go buy. And then with this show, we're just kind of buying levels. We're just trying to sneak our way in down at the bottom of the range as these things come back. I think this is a good example of one that you can just see the dip happening. I mean, like DYDX is one that I thought of offhand just now because I know I was talking about it. Like, as another example of one that already has hit that level. So like, there was the weekly W here. They've already checked it and you can see the reaction. That's the sort of reaction I'm expecting off of these things. Now, does it just go rip here? It very well might, but that's just a good example of the kind of, you see the M came in, they brought it down against the W and they've, now they're bouncing it. And you can see how in this case, 61.8, it was a little bit higher up. Right at 61.8 was where the W is. So 78.6 bids did not get filled here, but that doesn't mean they still won't. It's very likely this thing has to play around down here still. But that's just a pretty good example of like what I call buying the dip, and I'm going to try to buy the dip here going forward. That's just, it's about that simple. Anyway, guess I didn't really introduce Mr. Paul J, but he's here with me today as always. So I think probably ready for you to pop on whenever you're ready to actually talk about the coins on our list today. I see there's some requests in the chat, which we'll take a look at, and then I think I have a couple requests also that people sent, and yeah, we'll just keep on moving along. I mean, we've upped it to 10 coins now, so we'll be looking at 10 coins each week to make sure, and we'll just work, we're going to walk everybody through our bids and sells just like we've done all last year. But that's kind of Paul's job. So I don't know if you're here with me, sir.
Well, I'm here, definitely, as every time.
Nice.
As everyone knows, consistency is key in this business, and not only. So, I don't know if I have the screen now.
Yeah, you. Well, I'm getting you sorted out here. Yeah,
If
we're
it's
looking at
wide
the
enough, it's
spreadsheet.
good enough. Yeah, that's nice. Okay,
Yeah, looks good.
you can see the same document. We are still in the first phase. Yeah, even with 2023, maybe I should add here 2024. I don't know. Still in that phase of buy low, sell half on a double, and get free coins. Some people asked me even last week if we'll change that and when we'll change that. When the market will tell us to change. Until the halvening, I don't think will be the case. But will change when we'll not get a reload. So when let's say I'll buy some, I'll sell half on a double, I'll try to reload, and the market will keep pushing higher. Well, then I'll know that is not the time for reloading again, and maybe we should change the plan to sell 10% on each house level kind of idea until the P cycle top. For the moment, still in the same area. Well, you can make a copy if you want. For new people, you can make a copy, you can make your own plan. You have a complete spreadsheet made by Miko and his team, really nice and complete one. A lot of people could charge you a lot of money for this plan. On our part, it's totally free, so you don't have to do anything, you don't have to pay anything. You just go make a copy or follow us on Twitter and that channel, and you'll have this document consistently updated. So let's go on the coins. Last time we stopped with Rose, I guess, and I don't know if STG is on our list or we stopped with STG. Let's see. Well, not STG. The next one, STG was last time. So Scene is the first coin we'll talk about today. And if you look at the scene, you'll see a really nice thing happened. It's a new coin, and you can see here on I have buy the weekly W. That's my note because it's a new coin. Well, not the best one, but if you think about it, this is in total, this big one, it's a big wide weekly W. I will chase here. No, I will not chase here. But looks really nice. You can see on weekly chart is looking really nice. Yeah, made a kind of a bottom with bullish divergence and OBV going sideways. This big one could be a weekly W. That doesn't mean I will chase here. No, I'll draw my long reload zone from the bottom to the top, and I'll try to reload. But first, we bought already 0.5%. Yeah? So if we bought 0.5, we should have the shot already in the market. Well, 30% higher, and we'll get the shot. We will get it now or later, I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. After the shot or after the market will finish the move up, I'll just go take my fib, pretty simple. Take my fib and draw a long reload zone, and I'll reload again. For the moment on this one, only one thing we have to do, and that's to be damn sure that we have the shot already in the market. It's a new coin, could pump, could go really well in the next bull market. We don't know if we'll do 20x, 50x, or 100x, but we should accumulate a lot of free coins. With this plan, you will get free coins, and that's the most important thing. It's a pretty safe plan. That's why I said it's okay to talk about with the public. In my view, if you respect this plan, it's impossible to lose money if you respect the plan. Okay, so on scene, not too many things to do. Buy the weekly W. We already bought the weekly W. You can see we bought here, and this is the weekly W already. Short, reload again, and repeat the process. That's the only thing we can do on this one. Let's take a look at the next one. And let's see what we have. Well, on this one, you can see we tried to buy a lot lower. And here you can see we don't have that weekly W. We have a small one here. If you consider this one a weekly W, okay, it's there. Yeah, you can see it low. It's at limit. It's not a weekly W for me, at least not that W I want to really buy. And look what happened. Blow off top here, blow off top. Pump and dump kind of idea, and it's going back down. Well, if now we'll do another double here without breaking the lows, okay, I could buy 0.5 because I already have a 0.5 here. I should change this one? No, I should keep it here because let's just think like this. Bitcoin it's at 49, 45, 42 level, and this one is testing the lows. If Bitcoin will do a proper retracement, let's say below 40, below, I don't know, 35, what will happen with this one? I think I'll get a retest at least of the lows and maybe even a fill. I'm not sure about that, so I'll keep an open eye on this project and see what happens. What you can do if you don't want to do it like me, you can do something like this. You have the low, you have the high, so you can definitely do something like this. Just buy 78.6 or lower. If you put a limit order here and you get a fill here, okay, and just don't mind what will do after that. If will form a bottom lower, you don't care about that. Really nice. You don't have time to micromanage, is not a big problem. You have the low, you have the high. I think 78.6 it's a good level to buy it at this point in time. If you want to be a greedy goblin, okay, put a limit order at 78.6 and lower. But overall, you can use the other 0.5 to buy here if you want. I'll wait to see what will happen here. So I'll keep this order. I'll watch the market. If will get me a fill here, okay, then I could reassess and see where I'll buy the other 0.5. For the moment, nothing to do on this one for me. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Let's see what we have on this one. Well, someone is definitely typing on Discord. I see in my headphones. I hear in my headphones. Arbitrum. Let's see what we have here. Well. Was my mistake? Yeah. Seems like I did a mistake here, but I'm okay with that. I didn't have the W the other side of the trend line here. Here I saw the market bullish, but I said it's too high for my taste. I was a greedy goblin indeed. Here and the 78.6 I should have already a bag. Definitely. I didn't do that. Nothing I can do now. I'll keep this one for a Black Swan event. And the only thing I can do now is just take the top. If this is the top, take the high. And you can see when we'll go back in this area, I'll buy it. I could buy this level For the moment, it's too high for me to do something. I'll wait. But yeah, I probably was a good idea to buy here at 78.6. Every time you see a 78.6 retracement, it's a good idea. And if I'll put the classic reload zone, well, you'll see something even better. Yeah, that was a textbook trade. Yeah, general setup probably with bullish divergence on lower time frames or not. Well, we had a W on OBV, so you have a confirmation here. So location, yes. Confirmation from the indicators, yes. W in the long reload zone, yeah. And you can see we even had a retest. So that was a mistake from my part. Nothing I can do, just draw the fibs again and hope for a reload, and that's it. So on a different plan, on a different dollar cost average, in a different plan, I have some, not too much, not as I want, and I'll keep hunting. Nothing I can do at this point in time. So next one, yeah, let's see what we have on this one. Well, this one looks a bit different. You can see we test the lows from 2021. We lost the lows from 2021. We had kind of a SFU here in this area. Now we bought and we should sell half on a double. When? I don't know, and I don't care because we already have a bag. And you can see if we close like this week, we can next week or next 2 weeks we can push higher. We don't have that big weekly W, so nothing I can do. I'll wait for a shot and then I'll reload. Classic way. Wait to the top to form, take the fib, high to low, long reload zone, and probably the long reload zone will be at the same level. I don't think we should do anything. Indicator, really nice. I like them. But in this point in time, nothing I can do because we already have some. Okay, let's take a look at the next one.
Oh, and Miko says that it was him typing because he was updating GLMR because we had a double on that one.
Yeah, I see Miku typing here. You can see it on the screen.
Yeah, I guess he got a double on GLMR, and then he was saying something about GLM, but I don't know what that is.
We'll take a look. Jasmine, let's see this one. Well, we need to zoom in a little bit. Well, you can see here, we bought this level. We can say that was an okayish level, and nothing we can do. This will be the weekly big W forming from now on. We don't have a weekly big W. So we bought. Let's hope for a shot. Be damn sure you have your order in the market, and then reload. Like I said, we are still in that process. Let's hope it'll take a longer time to accumulate. We don't know. We should get any chance. So we have 0.5. Let's hope for a shot and let's reload after that. Nothing we can do now, in my view. The next one, it's Ocean. Well, let's see what we have on this one. Well, on Ocean, let me see. Well, on Ocean, we don't have a fill, seems like. We wanted a retest of this W, and seems like this time wasn't the case. But it's still a good level. I still think it's a good level to buy Ocean. And you can see the other side of this trend line. I don't see the W. This is not a good one. Pump, test the highs here. I think we can get a feel on that one. I think it's okay to keep this limit order here and hope for a fill at some point in time. When? We don't know. Well, that's about it on this one. Hoping for a fill, nothing to do. It's too high for our taste to buy it. And even if we'll draw, let's say, okay, we'll draw a fib from the top to the bottom. Well, you can see it's in the same area. 78.6, it's at our level here. So I don't think it's the case to do anything. Well, the next one, let's see what we have. Which is the next one? Sui. Let's see what we have on this. Well, close enough for a shot, but not yet. You can see we have the same scenario. Yeah, big pump, dump in the long reload zone. Well, this time we don't have a clear W, but you can see pump. We bought this level. We should be able to sell half at 1.4. Something we can do at this point in time here? No. We should wait for this pump to stop, to finish, and then drawing the long reload zone and reloading. Probably, if this one will test deeper in the short reload zone, probably the short reload zone will be in the same area where we bought first time. Usually that is the case. So if you bought, okay, prepare your limit order here. Be damn sure you have it. And nothing we can do now. We should reload when the market, after the market will stop going up. Okay, and we have a couple of them. So we have high. Let's see what we have on high. Well, we bought and we should sell at short. We have even you can see this level. You can see we have even a trend line or a W the other side of the trend line completely here. Breakout. You had a 2 to 1 almost here. I don't think you get a 2 to 1 here, but you can see retesting of this W is not a bad thing, but nothing we can do. We already have a position. We have that weekly W, not the biggest one, but acceptable, a good one. And I think we should go sideways for the moment. I could think we can go sideways. If we'll form a range here from this low to this level or higher, I don't know. We'll see. But we have time to buy and reload here. Let's get the shot first, and we'll reassess after that. Indicators, well, you can see the OBV, you can see the RSI. It's fighting a 50 level here. Lost it, and now it's trying to get above it. We'll see what will happen. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Well, we have Dego. Let's see, where is Dego? Well, pretty simple. Let's see. Okay, that's okay. You can see what happened. We bought here. We formed a W, I guess, after we bought. I think so. And you can see what happened. Short, and let's reload. It's that simple. We have a free position. We have free coins. We didn't get a second shot. I'm not using the second shot, but some people are. So I think the long reload zone should be the biggest one. Or we can take this one. Let's see. But I prefer this one. You can see we touched 78.6 after this move up. So reloading here, not a bad idea. What I'll do, I'll not buy the 78.6 here. I'll wait for the next W because this looks like an ugly pump and dump. Let's look left. Well, pump, dump, going sideways. Look how much time took to form a new W. Pump, lost the low, made a W, pumped again. This one seems like likes to pump and dump. Here, same idea. Pump, dumped below lost the level. So I don't think it's the best idea for us to buy straight 78.6 if we are in the market almost every time. So what we can do, we should wait for a next W to buy some. That's my thinking about this one. So if you want to buy at the same level, reload here at where we bought initially, I don't have a problem with that. What I'll do, I'll wait for the next W and buy it again. We have free coins already, so I'm okay with that. And we have another one. This is the last one, I think. Let's see if it's the last one. Well, yeah. So we have this range here, pretty clean one. The other side of the initial trend line, range, We are at the bottom of the range. We bought here. Nice W exactly at our level. Weekly W. Short, it's a bit higher. Yeah. Something we can do in this situation? No, I don't think it's the case to do anything. So let's just wait on this one. We have some. We didn't get the double, but at some point in time, just looking at the range, you can see it's probable that we'll get a sell half on a double pretty soon. Will take 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We don't know, but we'll get to that level probably. So nice range. For a range trader, this is the heaven. That's what you want to see in this range. Buy low, sell high, buy buy here, sell again high, buy here, sell at the top, and so on. And if you want to short, you have access to short this one. You can hunt short ideas at the top. But let's keep it simple. Is the best solution is just to buy, sell half on a double or something similar and reload. That's the perfect scenario for our plan in this part of the plan. So buy here, sell half on a double, reload, sell half on a double, reload, and so on. That's the thing you want to see with this plan and this part of the plan. Okay, let's see what we have. I did analysis on a different coin. Let's see. Yeah, probably. Let's see. I did a stupid thing. Let's repair that one. I did the wrong ticker. Well, let's do a new one. Okay, so I did something. I changed the ticker by mistake, and this is the correct one here. Okay, and on this one, pretty clear and nice. You'll see me putting my limit order here at the bottom, and you can see this was the perfect scenario, and that should happen on most of the new altcoins, going a bit below the opening price. Yeah, that's the perfect scenario, and you can see this one was really nice. Putting the limit order here, uh, getting a fill, make the W just at the same level, and getting a double. Well, that's the best scenario possible for us. Okay, this is the what we can do now. Just reload at the same price. You can see. Okay, you don't want to wait here. Maybe you'll not touch this level again, but you can buy 78.6 definitely on this scenario. Maybe a bit above 78.6 if you want. So don't be a cheap ass. You can see this W. I think this is a good level. So let's reload on this one on this level. Okay, let's see what we have. Buy. Well, you can see if I say buy, not bought, it would read. So we can buy here, just retesting this big W. We can go deeper in the long reload zone, but keep in mind, I'm using a 78.6 and 88.6. So we are in the classic long reload zone and are at a retest of the initial W. I think Kevin loves this strategy, just buying this initial breakout. That's a good strategy, and I think let's put the other 0.5. Actually, not the other 0.5 because now we had a shot and we have 1 full percent available to buy again here. Yeah, sorry guys, I did the wrong altcoin. I did this one, and I said actually I should speak about this one. So for the moment, I think I repaired the mistake. Sorry about that. Even this one, it's okay. Well, that was all 10 coins, and we still have, let's see, we have three more for the next time. Well, next time maybe we'll do something a bit different. We'll talk about these 3 coins and we'll add even more because this is new. They are new coins, and maybe it's time to add some levels on the new coins. We have some new coins on the spreadsheet, and I think we can talk about them. Maybe we have time 1 week to find a couple of more new coins to get some limit orders, and we'll speak about that in the next weekly crypto review. I don't know what is about in the chat, Kevin, because in my headphones I hear the Discord chat.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah,
People are probably in the degen room talking away or something. We do have some
yeah,
yeah, we do have some requests if you want to do them.
yeah. Why not?
Let's start with Link.
Okay, let's take a link. I'll just type link. Okay, let's see link. Well, on link weekly chart, I think. No, on weekly chart we missed the to buy link here. Cheap ass like usual, but nothing we can do, and it's not a problem. We still have time to buy link, I think. Honestly, I missed the last bull market. I missed the link entirely. So if I'll do it again this time, it's not a problem. Okay, so we had the range. You had the breakout. Really nice. Really clear, long uh, sideways channel or range. We talked about this one multiple times. If you'll go on Twitter and you'll look, you'll see how many times I said, okay, it's time to buy link. It's time to buy link. Power of three. Look here. Stefan even pointed out the bottom with power of three here at this level. Said buy link. He bought a lot of link here. Now, well, unfortunately, is nothing you can do at this point in time. What you can do, you can draw the levels and wait for a long reload zone. If you want to use this long reload zone 7.8.6 with 8.6, up to you. If you want to use the classic one, again, if you use the classic one, you can see the market has to go back in the range and retest all these W's. Wyckoff check of these levels. Entirely possible. So you have two ways, in my view, on weekly basis. Two ways to play around. Either you put the limit order and just set and forget at 61.8 or 78.6, or wait for a classic, for a clear and classic a general setup or three-step setup. So location, a nice bullish divergence on indicators at that point in time, and a nice W. Here, well, here I see if the hype about link will continue, we can set a bot setup here on daily chart. AB equals CD, and we can push higher. If that will be the case, well, I'm definitely not playing a daily or weekly bot setup. Not my style. So let's go on daily and let's see if we have something. Well, for the moment, we are trying to put the first W here. One low, two lows, three lows. If you'll play from this point, well, yeah, you have a bot setup, but I'm not that, I don't know. It's not a good idea for me, for my plan, to play bot setups on higher time frame. What we can do here, we can go on 4-hour chart. Let's see, you want to trade. Is not the subject for this show, but let's do it. So we have one high, we have DCM, we broke this level, so it's valid. You can see respected here, kissed or embrace the trend line. That validates it even more. You can play on 4-hour chart an LJ or a general setup if you want. Pretty clear from my point of view. You had this ugly week to the downside. Traders, swing traders, watch out. Some beginners don't know or don't think that how they don't think about how often we'll see that. You can see weak or ugly rejection will go to the moon. You'll see some influencer tell you, well, link will recover, took the liquidity. Yeah, but usually you get a retest of this week. And you can see the retest. 78.6 was a good level. and you can see what happened after that. If you want to play the LJ setup, okay. For an investor, for a higher time frame, no. So what I can see with my plan, with my eyes, with my view, it's an LJ here on 4-hour chart. But on a higher time frame, it's too late for me to buy. Even on daily, I could consider this ugly M. You can see this an M retested, and now we are fighting at this level. We are still bullish. We are not bullish anymore, but we have a clear M here, M top. An ugly wick. You want to short link? Well, if you necessarily like to short in this kind of environment, yeah, you can do that. You can hunt. Not my thing. I'll not short nothing except Bitcoin if will be the case to hedge my portfolio. Now I'm focused only on long ideas. Well, you can see what happened. Initial rejection from 61.8. This time, if will be the case, will go to 78.6. Well, you want to play the shark to the short side, short here with the stop loss above. Honestly, I think you should split. If you want to short link, you should split the trade in two. Play the shark here and play an SFU here, and that's it. So you can place on the short side also. Yeah, we can go all the way back, and we'll probably go all the way back in the long reload zone. If it's your thing and you want to short, okay. Well, that's my opinion about Link, Kevin. If it's another one,
Yeah, we had
do another one.
PYR and DYDX, which I actually looked at DYDX a little earlier, but we could look at it again.
Well, similar, really similar with Link. Not too many things to say about this one. Let's go on weekly. Let's start with weekly. Wide, clear range. We don't have the range. Let's put the range here. Okay, this is the bottom. This is the bounce. Yeah, so I'll take the bottom and I'll play the bounce. Okay, we have a clear range. We don't have it on this chart. We framed this range on perpetual, so and you can see what happened. And here you can frame a new another range or whatever you want. But straight up, nothing we can do. We missed to buy it on weekly crypto review. We missed it on our plan. Yeah, barely. Something we can do now? No. Wait here back in the range, in the long reload zone to reload. If it's too late in the mark in the cycle, we can cancel this order and we can buy straight 1% here. If will be the case. If I'll see another W here, I'll have to decide. I'll play more or I'll buy 1%, sell half on a double and see what happens. For the moment, not the best scenario for nothing. On weekly chart, nothing you can do. You can see these two candles. They are ugly, really ugly textbook candles. You don't want to play around here. On daily chart, you have the M. Not the best one, but it is there. Retest, pushing lower. We have some support here, but if you lose this support, you know the drill. Back in the range and back at 78.6. Back here is the area where you want to focus on at $4. Short, same idea. Draw a short reload zone from the top to the low and see where the short reload zone is. If you want to play the shark or the mountain man or any kind of short setup in the short reload zone, okay, it's up to you. But probably we'll go back in the long reload zone. To go back on 4-hour chart, I don't think is the case here, because I don't see on daily, I don't see a clear trend line or something to trade here. No, I'll just leave it alone. I don't like to trade something like that. Okay, we had the move up. So the next one, you said something about another one.
DYDX.
Well, we have this one on our plan. Let's go back on weekly. Let's see what we have. On overall, that's why I'm looking at weekly. And I'm looking at the bigger. You can see we are still in the same range. We are trying to break out, but this is not a bull market. Not yet. Well, I have the levels already here. When we got the shot and when we spoke about last couple of weeks, when we spoke about this one. So here, breakout from the range, actually breakout, but I don't know if it's a breakout. It seems like it's trying to form higher highs and higher lows. Maybe this one has a different path now. Looks a bit different. You can see higher highs, higher lows. It's trying to start an uptrend. Maybe I could sense it's something different about this one. I don't know what fundamental events, what news, what tokenomics has, but it looks different. This one is different than the rest. Well, low, high, long reload zone. We bought here. We sold half on a double here. We should reload. Yeah, this you can see we have the low reload at this level. At this point in time, well, up, down, back in the long reload zone. This reload zone, the last one for a trader on daily chart, you have where the movement starts from here. You have a long reload zone on daily. If you want to play that game, okay. Weekly chart reload here. Daily chart. Let's see. If you'll take the movement from this level, you'll see a nice long reload zone probably. Okay, let's do this one. Reload zone. Well, yeah. I don't have the W, but you get the idea. Yeah. Let's see. No, on daily nothing. We can a swing trader could go lower on 4-hour chart. Let's see what we have. Well, we have some W's here, but nothing special. No, still a range. We had a W here. Okay, if you took this one, the first W in the long reload zone, but you have indicator confirmation because you have W's, but you don't have bullish divergence, something special to tell you, okay, buy this one because it'll pump. And you can see, yeah, pumped, but not too much, and it'll go back down. So not the best scenario for me. Nothing I can do on this one. What I should do, honestly, bounced initially from this support and resistance level. You can see this was the support and resistance level. You can see here, breakout, retest that level. It's a pretty important level. Well, accept a bit below and then form a W, and we can talk about. Here, against this initial AM, retested already, you can see. It's a downtrend for me, already formed here on daily. Lower highs, lower lows. So, for me, 4-hour daily chart, don't touch it. Weekly chart, put your limit order at 78.6 at least, or buy the next weekly W. That's my thing on. Looks a bit different. Seems like has a different path. Maybe it's a bit stronger, but still no. The next one.
Oh yeah, we got two more. SNX. Man, this one I missed my double on just by a little bit.
Well, you want
wait.
to talk about this one? You said S and X.
Yeah, S, that one.
Okay, so we bought here. We bought the bottom this time, or the perfect retest. You can see we bought this level. We sold half on a double, and we are still at the same level. Weekly chart, you can see 3-bar fractal activated 3 weeks ago, or no, last week. You can see 1, 2, 3 traded below this level. We have a 3-bar fractal top. What you want to do now? Nothing, in my view. No. You know what I'll say. Okay, wait at 78.6, but because we have a nice move up, we should wait for the next W. Daily, weekly W, and we can buy again. Here, we have that EM. If you'll go on line chart, well, look here. You have a clear EM. You are fighting against that EM. Don't do it. You want to short this one? Okay. Short reload zone and play the shark, the mountain man, whatever you want. Not my thing in this part of the cycle. So go on lower time frame and you can play the short side. For me, waiting back at 78.6 here in the long reload zone for the next W, and we'll get a W. You can see pumped, dumped back again, W up. dumped back in the long reload zone from this move up. Not the best W, but at least a 3-bar fractal and up again. We'll get some kind of structure here in the long reload zone. At this point in time, nothing to do. We should reload on this one at 78.6, I think, or even here at the initial buy. And that's it. Daily chart, I could go on daily chart, but what a daily chart will do, show me the M even better. Well, and now you can see high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Well, I don't know if we'll go sideways or we'll break down and do a lower low. We'll see. So this one, same kind of idea. Most of them, they are looking the same. The next one, Kevin?
Let's see, the AXS.
Ooh, the game one. Gaming coin. On this one, on weekly chart, the only thing I could ask is, where is the weekly W? You see it? I don't see it. We don't have at least one weekly W. No W, no W, no W. This is not a W. Straight up, 3-bar fractal activated this week. With this breakdown, you can see 3-bar fractal top, clean one. Empire, like Brian, because most of us learn from Brian, so we'll talk about some Brian things. You can see Empire here. Now, not the textbook one, but valid 3-bar fractal top. Classic one. You should take a print screen of this one, which activated here. I cannot be bullish in this kind of environment. What you can do on this one? Same idea. Wait lower. But it's dangerous to play on this one. It's dangerous to play the long reload zone because you don't have that weekly W. So we should wait for that one. Play the long reload zone, or if you want to play the short, I don't recommend it. I'll say it again. Daily chart. You should draw a short reload zone here from the top. Well, if you'll see the market pushing higher here with some divergence, I think it's safe enough to take a small position to the short side. Well, not too many things to say. This one is the ugliest one. Yeah, pumped, and some people talked about this one on Twitter. I saw that, but no, not. I don't like this. This is not a clear weekly W. This is a lower low. We don't have a wide weekly W, so no, not yet. Maybe in a couple of weeks, months will form here a weekly W. You can see I'll keep my order here. I'm okay with keeping the $2.5 on a Black Swan event or even a nice dump. We can get $2.5 on one of these coins, and we don't need to stay a lot of time here. We don't have $1 million position. We have a small position. We'll get a feel if the market will go at that level. So this one is the ugliest one. What I could see here, you can see this pump and dump. Something happened here. Everything was clean from this high to this low. So this is a new range. And we'll probably test both of the ends. Here we'll test the low, and here we'll test the high. And we'll go back at the middle, and we have a lot of work to do of going sideways. And at some point in time, we'll get bullish again, maybe. We don't know. But for the moment, no. Nothing I can do, at least. Well, we have more.
No, that's it.
Well, I see now the chat. I see SNX and IXS. Okay. So Looking at this one, this is a kind of a classic altcoin from the last with a old shitcoin, like you want to people want to call it. You see here a really bullish market. I don't see it. So that's why even now at this point in time doesn't sound too reasonable. I'm waiting with my limit orders below $2.5, just below the lows. Why? Because it's possible, in my mind, even probable to break that level, to break the lows. Yeah, Bitcoin did a nice move up. I like that. Remember, even Kevin said in the first part of the show, looks a lot similar like 2019, 2020. Now, when the market hit, the Bitcoin hit 61.8, and then he had that nice trade at 78.6. I hope Kevin is putting again a limit order at 78.6.
Well,
It's a lot
88.6 in that
similar.
case too.
Yeah,
On that, well,
88.6.
last time.
Yeah. So keep in mind, what happened after that with altcoins? Well, all of them, or not all of them, 90% of them, they lost the low. I remember was a painful lesson for me. Cardano lost the low, and I sold the bottom. I'll not do the same stupid thing again. Now I'm hoping for the market to break the low and for me to buy some cheap altcoins. Could be the same scenario. Why I should remove my order here and put it higher? I don't see the weekly double. I don't see anything special. What I need and what all of us or most of us need now, we need a lot of patience. Yeah, every time the market will go, Bitcoin will go up, everyone will become bullish. Yeah, I get that. But in this move up, you saw too many new people. I didn't saw too many new people. We are between us. I'm on YouTube and I don't want to use a bad language. But the same people changing the money from Ledger, from USDT to Bitcoin, and back and forth, from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and from Ethereum to altcoin, and so on. And yeah, Tether said, okay, let's print more money. Would the right thing to do or not is not our thing to discuss here if they have one-to-one covering. But I don't see new people. Maybe I said maybe it's not on our community. Let's look at big influencer, big people. No, not even comments or reaction to their tweets. They didn't increase too much in this move up. So I think it's better for us to wait a little bit more, to have a lot of patience, and let's see. Yeah, we have nice signs, like Kevin said. We have nice signs, weekly W's. Let's buy the breakouts. Yeah, okay, but expect to break the level, to break the lows at least on some altcoins. The new ones, well, I don't know about the new ones. Yeah, if we have a weekly W, I'll buy the breakout. If we don't have, I'll wait lower until I'll see on new coins. The best thing you can do is to buy the first big weekly W. They don't have history. You cannot do anything else. Just buy that one and hope that you'll get a high reward. That's my thinking in this cycle. Don't think that, yeah, we'll go to the moon tomorrow, or okay, Bitcoin will go to 35K or something similar, and from that point will go up. Well, we don't know that. You know my overview. Yeah, you know my overview from let's see if I have daily plan. Okay, let's see the daily plan. Let's see if we have the Bitcoin here. Now, day trading daily plan. Where are you? Okay. I'm speaking about this chart every time, every daily plan video. Now we can where we should think about buying. Well, we should buy here in the long reload zone. Okay, maybe you think will not be this, will not go to the long reload zone. At least buy this Wyckoff check. Yeah, still 25% lower. Here is just asking to, I don't know, give money away. This is the top. Weekly chart will close, the weekly candle will close today in a couple of hours. Well, if you close like this, it's ugly, but not the worst one. Yeah, we should wait what will happen next week. If next week will close similar, and then we can talk about 3-bar fractal top on weekly chart. For the moment, this is the top candle, so we need another one, and then if we break the next week low of the candle, we can talk about weekly 3-bar fractal top. Well, you want to see similar things, look back and you see this was a smaller one, but you can see the idea. Top, next one, break this level all the way down. Here, same idea, up, the top candle, the next one, we broke this low immediately, and look what happened after that. Here, top candle, next week, broke this low, look what happened after that. When we can go back and we can do all the entire chart, we'll see the same pattern. What I will think about doing here, if we're lucky, we can get something like this on daily chart or 4-hour chart even. Now on daily. Why? Because we broke on the daily, we have 2 candles. I'll hunt a short idea here. And I'll definitely play Mountain Man and Shark setup. Mostly to protect my spot position, to hedge my portfolio, but even for a short. If this is the top, I want to participate on Bitcoin, honestly. I want to participate, move my stop to scratch, and just let it work. That will protect a lot of spot bags I have. So yeah, the perfect scenario for me. Okay, this is the top. Let's see if we'll hit the short relow zone, and then I could short here. Now things change on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You can see what happened. I'll go back on weekly and I'll stay on weekly. Well, you can see here what happened. We have this clear downtrend. Something happened here. We changed. We have a higher high here now. This candle, maybe not the textbook one. TRIers and even Mikul say is not the right term, so I'll not use it. But you can see this candle proved something. You can see a lot of candles could fit in this candle. Something changed exactly in the news, and you saw what happened. Smart money anticipated. They knew something here. If you go on lower time frames, you'll see it. In the news about Bitcoin ETF, okay, we'll probably do a Ethereum ETF. Exactly then. And everything changed. This one was looking bearish until here. And you can see it's closing. I don't know. We still have a couple of hours. It's closing really, really bullish. So instead of focusing too much on shorting Bitcoin, I'll try to focus on hunting, on lower time frame hunting, long ideas on Ethereum. How high Ethereum by itself against USDT could go? Well, I don't know. Let's zoom out and let's see. Well, 61.8, it's a bit higher, just $3,300. The entire range, and you can see to do the same, just the same thing like Bitcoin, we need to go a bit higher. And if we get this level, we'll probably touch the other one at $3,500 or $600. So we have some potential on Ethereum. In the same time, you can see the uptrend channel, and we are at the top. We'll see what will happen. If Bitcoin will hold the level, Bitcoin have to hold above 40K. Ethereum will do its thing and will probably go to 61.8. In time, keep in mind it's weekly chart. Bitcoin dominance, I don't want to tell you too much about this one. I post on Twitter, I posted about daily chart. You can see what is happening here. Let's hope for a daily closing below this level. It's a range, but if at least if we'll stay in this range and will not take the high, I don't want too much from a Bitcoin dominance. What I want is to stay above 50 level and below 55. Why? In this kind of environment, if we'll stay relatively stable, strong altcoins with strong events, with some fundamentals will outperform. and it's all I need to go on lower time frame, hunt some trades with THJ on 5-50 minute chart and make some money. That's why we are here, like day trader, swing trader. I'm here to make money. So for the moment, I see a range here. Don't expect, I'm expecting touching the 50%, but I don't expect to break down and go straight down. So don't make too much hopes. We had the short reload zone. We spoke about it. Was a nice thinking. Yeah, we are right. We made some money, but from now on, I see a range here. Yeah, on weekly, we have some bearish divergence, but keep in mind this Bitcoin dominance. You don't want to do too much TA on a chart like this. Well, that's it from my part. I don't know. Kevin, I blabbed away more than usual.
That's all good. Yeah, we could do the giveaway.
Yeah, I forgot about giveaway, and DMAC will not forgive me for that.
And actually, Hanya
let's
put
do the give-
NMR in there too. We could look at. I'm curious what NMR looks like anyway. We could look at that one too.
Yeah,
And
1 second. Well, about Hanya, guys, if you want to follow that project, it's a nice project. I like it. And we should push it up a little bit to get that project in the market. Honestly, I really like what Hanya does, and let's hope that will her project will have a real success in the market. There are not too many NFTs from what I know. So honestly, when I'll be in the market, I'll watch the price, and I guess I could buy some. We'll see. Okay, NMR on weekly chart. I think no. I don't think Hanya is scalping or day trading. Well, NMR has, I don't know how to say it. It's in a range, and that's it. And the range could be, and the range is this one. At least what I see here. Why? I see it. I'll show you immediately. So this is the low, all-time low. This is the bounce until here. That's my range. Here we have another range, or half of this range, and you can see we can play the same game only in the lowest part of the big range. What you want to do here, I don't know. Here you can do one thing. If you want to accumulate, let's just delete these ones, and let's do something like this. Okay, this was the move up. This was the last one, but I think this one is valid. Let's put a long reload zone, and let's put a altcoin reload zone. Well, here is your area where you want to buy it. And if you look left, you'll see a lot of fight at this level. Looking left, well, a lot of fight here. This is the area where you want to buy this one. What it does, the tokenomics, if it will have success or not, if will at some point in time will leave this range, I don't know. But you don't need more than that, because on this range you can buy here, sell half on a double and repeat. Well, you will buy at, let's say, at $12. You can sell here at 24. Reload and do it again and again. You'll get a lot of free coins just playing around here. What this project does, I don't know. The idea is it's on a sideways consolidation. The longer, the better. And we'll probably go and test the highs. 61.8, it's a lot higher. But for the moment, I see it in a range. I prefer to draw this big range and split it in two. You can see the middle of the big range is behaving like a resistance, and you can play the range game here. Let's see nice OBV, really nice one. RSR, same kind of idea. Strong one, above 50. You see the W here, W in price. Well, no, it wasn't a clear W in price, but so range, and actually two ranges. This is the lowest one, and this is the higher one. Buying here is the best scenario. Put a limit order, set and forget, with the little old lady approach kind of idea if you don't have time. And don't use stop loss on that case, and just put it, and after you get a feel, you can sell half on a double and repeat the process. It's a really good scenario for guys who want to accumulate with little old lady. Okay, you want free coins? That's the scenario. That's the drill. Okay, that's the last one. I think.
Yeah, this one actually, it's got, I don't know exactly what it does, but it has this it's like a marketplace for trading algorithms. It's related to trading and automated trading, if I remember correct. And then they have like an AI theme because it's, I mean, it's been around for a while. This one's, I've traded it since back in 2017 even. But yeah, it's got some trading related copy trading kind of service or something. I can't remember.
Well, I don't know.
But
I said it. I don't know what it does.
yeah, it's just, it's what it is though. And then of course, Paul was talking about Hanya's. I just killed your screen, Paul. But
It's okay.
Paul was talking about Hanya's project. For anybody that doesn't know what that is, I'll pull that up. That's the Guild of Bulls NFTs, which there's like NFTs for some of the people around our community and other trading communities that we're sort of connected to, like the Rational Investor TRI and Hero Labs, where
Well,
Colin's
we have
at.
Colin. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think this is probably launching in the next week or so. So keep an eye out for Guild of Bulls. Like there's Sjord from TRI. I guess there's Brian,
I don't know how
Julian.
many NFTs will be in the market. You ask
I
Hania,
don't
maybe
actually
you
know
know
the
better.
details of the ones that are going to be like available outside of the ones that are like whitelisted for people like us. Like here's Paul and me. But this
Where
is
is Paul? That's not Paul.
what's that? This one's
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Sorry. YouTube is delayed on my side. Sorry,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
But nonetheless, that's guildofbulls.com. Maybe go follow him on Twitter too, because I think there's trying to get past 100 followers on Twitter. I don't know if that's happened yet, but just kind of a fun project, which I think is perfect timing for heading into this bull market. And it's, you
Well,
know,
I'll go and see when after he is in the market. I'll try to buy some. Let's see what will happen.
yeah. So, but we'll see. And I'll keep everybody posted when it does actually launch. Um, but just we've been talking about it a lot, so just
Well,
keep
guys, don't
following.
think we have any share of the this NFT project. It's Hania project. Hania is in our community, and I think it's a good idea to help her. We like what Hania does, and you saw we changed the image on Discord, and that's Hania work. And hopefully, in the future, we'll work even more uh, to update our thing on Crypto Traders Arena. So it's not something we want you to shield to buy because we will have a incentive, we'll have some money. No, we like the project and we think it's a good idea to, I don't know, at least watch what happens with the project when we'll be in the market. Huh? Now, depending where you'll this one will be, you'll find a chart even with the price, and you can even trade something like this. I'll personally do that.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But did want to just mention that real quick. And then I guess we'll do the giveaway really quick here to you, which I got all prepared. Every week if you retweet the, oh, whoops, don't spin it. I'm turning it off. Oh, whoops. I just,
If you spin it,
well, I accidentally spun it. So anyway, I was just going to say, if you retweet I guess I could go to our Twitter here really quick and just retweet the most recent the most recent tweet for this show. So like we're doing episode 52 today. So if you go and retweet this pinned tweet here for next week, you'll be added to our giveaway. And we just basically give away a month's membership into our premium group. Or if you're already a premium member, you can book some time to meet with either Stefan or Paul or myself to talk about I don't know how you can improve your trading, or if you need any help or anything we can answer. So that said, we'll today we got, and of course we're Crypto T Arena on Twitter, so go follow us there if you're not already. And I got this random name wheel here going with everybody that's retweeted from last week, and I'm just gonna hit this thing and see who wins, and then we'll probably call it a day here pretty shortly. So here we go. No drum roll. I'm just gonna click this thing, and we'll see who's gonna win here. It looks like Monsieur Suri, who is a name I recognize from around the group. He actually is one of our Capio 1 students from our first round of Capio 1. So, Mr. Suri, if you're watching this, reach out to Paul or myself if you want to probably have. I think you're already a premium
Mr.
member.
Suri, just should DM me and we'll establish if he wants more premium or he wants one-to-one. We'll discuss that. Just DM me and we'll discuss that, Mr. Suri. Well, we didn't talk about Capua 1 and Capua 2. Capua 2 is just for the people who will experience. But Capua 1 will start pretty soon, next couple of weeks. So if you want to learn how to trade by yourself, to manage your own business, to trade profitably, will take some time. Keep in mind, our program Capua 1, it's 4 months intensive, and then you have another 8 months premium membership access, so you'll trade with us. But it's doable. Getting you from almost zero to swing trading is not an easy task, but it's doable. And I know a lot of people, they want to be scalpers, but scalping is not for everyone. But swing trading is possible even for people they have a daily job. Trading on 4-hour chart, daily chart is possible. You can still trade and make some money, nice money even, on swing trading part. Scalping, I know, is tempting. I know is the shiny and the smart, the I don't know, the best thing you think it's the best thing for you, but it's not actually. From people I know, not too many of them they succeed to become profitable scalpers. It's high and intensive, emotionally at least. Not too many people succeed to not to make the money, to keep the money in time. Keep in mind, it's like you're training for something, I don't know, for Olympics every fucking day. It's not the easiest thing to do. But swing trading part, I think, if you have the will to learn and you have the will to put the time and effort, you can manage to be a swing trader. We have that program. We'll start pretty soon. DM come on our community if you are not already, and DM Kevin. He will give you more details and even get you in the program.
Yep.
Well, that was I managed to sleep a ugly word. Sorry about that, guys. I know YouTube doesn't like that, but
Yeah, DMAC, I didn't let the first accidental spin. I closed the window, so I don't know who won in. But anyway,
well, definitely DMAC was the guy.
Definitely we'll next week do the same thing. We'll be back Sunday for the same show. We'll also do the giveaway. So if you go and retweet this episode 52, we'll add you to that. And what else was I gonna say?
Romanian guys. 1 second, Kevin. Romanian guys, I opened the Telegram channel because I know a lot of you are asking for Telegram channel on the Romanian part. Okay, we have that now. So if you want to join that channel, join it. I don't know. Give the link to your friends, and it's a the simplest way to talk about crypto. Not my preferred way. We'll do the business on Discord, but from time to time we'll post some general things there. I don't know, some airdrops, some how to do some things, and we'll answer some questions. I want premium members and maybe gladiators to give me an opinion if it's okay to do that for the entire community. So if you want a Telegram group also, please type in the general chat and tell us if you want that. Really nice image there, Kevin.
Yeah, this is Another Hanya image. We are working on our website, which I broke today, so it's just an image right now. Well, the whole rest of the site is below, but it's always a work in progress. But we are working on our website.
Well, nice image. I like Hanya's work.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we can do a really nice, clean, short page site for us. We don't need something too complicated.
No, and really, like Discord's where everything happens. So if you're already a member, then great. If you're not, then the best thing to do is just come and you can find that here at cryptotradersarena.com or on Twitter or wherever. Just join us in our Discord community, and you can pop in the general chat and ask us anything you like. We do post trade ideas there all the time too, most of which are like kind of more like investment stuff, kind of like similar to what we talk about in this show. We kind of stick to the longer term stuff in our free chat. But you can simply follow along there, and also follow along the spreadsheet for this show itself is in there as well. So that's how you find that. And other than that, like, yeah, maybe we expand to Telegram a little bit, but for the most part, all of our activities on our group on Discord, and if you are a free member, you can also like this week on Tuesday, you could join Stefan on YouTube to do some scalping around the London session if you want to see how his trading goes, like on the lower time frames. And then later that day, by the time the New York session starts, we stream Monday through Friday every day for our group during the New York session, and that's where a lot of the trade ideas come out of. And on Tuesdays, we open that up to everybody on Discord, not on YouTube. So you just got to be in the Discord room and jump in our stream. And then later that day, I do another YouTube show about the New York Stock Exchange close, where I'll gonna talk a lot more about the shitcoins this week for sure. All the Solana memes we're trading. And I'm also kind of looking at the SWE network a little bit, because one of our members suggested that's a good place to start thinking about trading. And then I've also gotten set up on SEI. Haven't done much trading there yet either, but I'll probably be covering names from all three of those, hopefully. But mostly Solana, to be honest. So far, Solana's been where the action is lately, and also super easy. So if you're interested in trading on chain, definitely look into Solana and get set up there. And if I can help you with any of that, maybe tune in on Tuesday and you could ask questions and we could work out some of the basics of that stuff. So, and to be honest, I'm looking at like K-pop right now, ripping on the screen. So, I mean, it's have some huge moves on those meme coins at the moment. So, if you are a premium member, jump in our DGen room and kind of follow along with what we've been with the ideas we're posting in there for that whole world of trading. So anyway, thanks everyone for joining us again. I guess we'll call it a day here. I'll probably hit this little disclaimer button on the way out and just remind everybody that this isn't financial advice. We're just sort of sharing our process and what we're interested in looking at and trading. And hopefully, if anything, if you learn anything from us, just, the purpose of this show and the approach we're taking here is what we consider to be the simplest, easiest way to get started in altcoin investing, and just taking advantage of this sort of 4-year cycle that we've kind of been on, and we're anticipating no change to this time around. And so, timing wise, it's a great time to be, I mean, hopefully you were with us last year a little bit, the timing would have been even better, but now that we're heading into this year, I do think there'll be some sort of uppiness this year. I mean, keep in mind, if anything, it's an election year. Typically election years in the US don't present us with horrible markets. So even on that note, there's probably a little bit of gas in the tank for crypto, even just because the broader market might be a little bit more uppy. And either way, Bitcoin halving's coming in a few months, and I'm expecting a relatively bullish year. So if you're just getting started, maybe kind of learn, trade location. That's kind of the primary thing we talk about on this show, is just trying to buy at appropriate levels so we're not chasing markets. And if you can figure out how to do that with using fib tools or even other tools around, then that'll keep you out of trouble. And hopefully we get into the kind of market that's sort of up only, and you've figured out how to buy good levels, and we get into a favorable market condition where everything's kind of rising at the same time, and you should do pretty well. So what we intend to do every Sunday with this show, we'll be here every week going forward. So tune in again. And other than that, I'll just say bye. Hopefully I see you guys in the chat, and have a good rest of your weekend. Let's watch this weekend or this weekly Bitcoin close here. So take it easy, everyone. Bye bye.